I always like to take the opportunity to thank the sheriff for these promotion ceremonies. It's not by accident that we've had more promotion ceremonies in the last couple of years than I can recall ever having at this department. The sheriff values one thing in this department more than anything, and that's the human asset that are our deputies and our staff. That's the most important thing of the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office. It's not the vehicles, it's not the guns, it's not the cars, it's nothing like that. It's the human element, the human asset. And the men that are getting promoted today are the most valuable asset that we have at the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, and their promotions are well deserved. There's also a lot of family members that are joining us. We don't want you to feel left out. We know that each and every day when these gentlemen wake up, you support them. We know that the wives and the fathers and the mothers and the kids, that they see their dad or their husband or their uncle go out and they serve the public, and we really appreciate the family's support. We could not do this job without you, so thank you for being here today and thank you for your constant support. Sheriff, before we get started, is there anything that you'd like to say before we start the promotion process?
Well, I just wanted to welcome everybody back after COVID-19. These ceremonies we have, we don't always get the opportunity to have them as large as this because of COVID-19, so I'd like to welcome everybody back. I guess I'm going to jump the gun a little bit here because I know I might not get a chance to say something, but if Justin's kids are here, can you raise your hands? Okay. So the other day I went to go, we kind of have a ceremony, and every time we promote somebody, we like to go out there and congratulate them. So when I went out to go see Justin, he was doing a CAT operation, and Justin's always at work, and that's usually where I find him, right? Or I'm calling him to do something on our behalf. But I went to go see him, and I just wanted to share this with you because now I know how my kids feel. Because when I went out and congratulated him, he gave me a hug. And he had to reach over like this to hug me, so I know how his kids feel. I know how my kids feel now because this big guy reached over and I just felt so tiny, you know, but I just wanted to congratulate him and thank all the guys. I mean, every person that's up here is a stand-up person. They've always done a great job. And, you know, one of the things that I know these guys always say is, you know, Justin said when he was going to get promoted at some point that he would outwork everybody, and he truly has. And I just wanted to thank all of you because all of you have outworked everybody in your positions. Andrew, Mark, all of you, Anthony, all of you guys have done a great job. So I just wanted to personally thank you before we got started.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you. The first promotion that we're going to do today, I was teasing Anthony at the beginning. I said we're going to go in alphabetical order. He's Anthony A. Allen, so he got selected. So Anthony, if you'll join us up here. You know, for all these gentlemen, and for Anthony, you know, a leader's not somebody that has a position or has a title. You know, that definitely puts you in a role to be a leader, but a leader is about influencing people around you to do the right thing, pointing them in the right direction. And in your position as a deputy and a detective, I've seen that with Anthony. He influences those around him. He takes time to teach at our academy. He's been a drill instructor. He was a drill instructor for 2 classes. So he's invested back in people in this department. He has an influence. And so now he has some positional authority, some positional influence to go along with the influence that he already has in our department. And I think that's a huge thing. So, Anthony, we appreciate that. He was hired in February of 2007. He's worked in Field Services Division, which is our patrol division. He's worked in CID, which is our investigative division, and in ASD, which is our administrative services division. He's a field training officer, again, going back to that influence that he has. He's new deputies ride in the car with Anthony, and he tells them what to do and what not to do. So that's a pretty important job. He was a GRIP detective, that's our Gang Recognition Intelligence Patrol. He was a gang unit detective in CID. He worked for the High Enforcement Action Team unit in CID. He worked on the FBI Safe Streets Task Force, the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, and like I said, he was a drill instructor for Class 35 and 36, and he's recently been assigned to the Special Investigations and Intelligence Unit. When I looked at Anthony's file, he has numerous letters of commendation that we actually send them out a promotion bio that they're supposed to fill out of what they've accomplished in their career. And where it says accommodations and awards, he left it blank. And I looked at his file and I thought, well, it's going to be empty then. Anthony Allen has, well over 20 letters of commendation. A lot of them come from the general public, thanking him for his service, thanking him for what he's done in the community. The most recent ones were for fugitive apprehension, violent, dangerous fugitives. He has letters of commendation for serving the community and doing our holiday food drives and food boxes. So he's well-rounded, and his promotion is well-deserved. His wife, Sarah Allen, is here today. His mother and father, Anthony and Cynthia Allen. His sister, Kimberly, is here. And his wife, Sarah Allen, will be pinning his badge. Why don't you come over here? Quick picture.
Say a few words.
Anthony, sure. Say a few words.
I didn't prepare a speech or anything. Congratulations to everybody else getting promoted today. You guys, I've worked with all of you guys, so I know you guys' career and background. Really, I probably wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for people throughout my career, deputies that I've worked with, supervisors, things like that. My drill instructor, one of my drill instructors is here, Brandon Blackman. The other one recently retired, and that was Captain Kingsbury. But I wouldn't really be up here if it wasn't for the love and support from my wife. She helped me get ready for the process for testing for sergeant. She might have had to put up with just a smidge of attitude from me, but she helped me preparing study guides and getting everything ready. The love and support from her, my parents, my sister. I see a lot of the faces from class 35 and 36, as well as my classmates from class 26. It would take forever to thank everybody, all the friends that send me texts and emails. I just want to say thank you all. I appreciate it, and I'm just ready to grow some hair and get back to work.
All right, I told you we were doing this alphabetical order, so Craver, you're next. We aren't really, it just worked out that way, so I thought I'd go with it. So Mark's getting promoted to sergeant today. I'm gonna tell you a little story about Mark. I didn't want him to get promoted. It's not because I don't like him. It's because he whooped me in softball. We were on opposing softball teams, and we were winning. And as I recall, I had a pretty good game. I think I hit a triple. And Mark came up to bat in the last inning, and he hit a walk-off home run. So kind of made me mad. I don't want to see him get promoted today. I wanted to rub it in. But anyway, Mark, he's a good softball player as well as a great deputy. So he was hired in March of 2009, class 28. He's worked in the Field Services Division, all 3 area commands. He's worked in violent crimes as a detective and homicide as a detective. When I was looking at his file, the amount of work that he did in homicide is pretty amazing. And I think, Mark, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you were there from 2013 to 2019, right? That's a long time to be in a homicide unit. Not only are you investigating homicides, which is a daunting task, and he's also investigating unattended deaths, and so those can be overdoses, those can be suicides, those can be deaths of somebody that had a medical episode. It's a very daunting task, and to do it for that long is pretty impressive, and to do it at the level that he did is super impressive. He also, during his homicide tenure, they developed a homicide mentorship program, and Mark took part in that, training new detectives in homicide investigations. So just super impressive. His most recent assignment is working for the sheriff here in headquarters as an IA detective, and he did a great job with that as well. His specialties include ERT, that's our emergency response team. He was also a FTO, just like Anthony Allen. He was acting a homicide sergeant. Like I said, he worked on that homicide mentorship program, interviews and interrogations, teacher, instructor in our basic academy class, and multiple letters of commendation. Again, his file is loaded with people saying what a good job he did. I remember one commendation that he got was in reference to an IA case. So if you think about this is a case where he has to investigate police officers or allegations against police officers. a lot of those cases are unfounded, and this case specifically had some very extensive allegations against an officer. So we take these cases very seriously. Mark did such a good job of just a thorough investigation, maintaining a neutral attitude as he approached that case and doing that investigation. The amount of work and effort that he put into it was just, it was amazing to me, and how well it was done. And ultimately the deputy had been found not to do anything wrong, but it's because of his attention to detail and the amount of effort and work that he put into that. He's done a great job for us. In attendance today is his wife, Leah Craver, his mother, Lynn Craver, Chase, Brennan, Travis, his sons, Brian, his brother, Lisa, his sister-in-law, and Kate and Casey, his nieces. And today his badge will be pinned on by his wife, Leah Craver. So Mark, you want to step over here?
Trying to hold on to that one. Let me see if you want. Sure. Don't leave me.
All right. I did prepare this speech because I'm not going to remember what to say once I get up here. First, I want to thank my family for being here. My wife, Leah, my mom, Lynn, my sons, Chase, Brennan, and Travis, my brother, Brian, who happened to be visiting from Texas. What a coincidence. Right back there. His wife, Lisa, and his daughters, Kate and Casey. I especially want to thank the sheriff and the command staff for giving me this opportunity. I know that this takes a lot of responsibility and commitment, and I appreciate you placing your trust in me. So when I look back at the supervisors that I've had the opportunities to work for, I really consider myself lucky. My first supervisor in this department, or this office, was Chief Campos and retired Sergeant Paula Sanchez-Knudsen. I can't think of two better people to work for when I start this career. So thank you, Chief. During my 12 plus years here, I've had numerous influential supervisors, from Lieutenant, I can't name them all, but Lieutenant Golden, Lieutenant Huffmeyer, or Captain Huffmeyer, sorry, was Lieutenant when he was my supervisor. This wouldn't be possible without the support from my family. From my 12 plus years here, I've been on call for over 10 of those years. And to put that in perspective, my younger two were still in diapers, and my short son over there, who's 15 now, was just starting to swing a bat. We had to live on the if I get called out plan, which I'm sure a lot of deputies have to live like that. What that included was my wife having a plan to get my boys home from school every day, get them to 3 baseball practices every day, all at different locations but at the same time, and then get them home from practice, feed them dinner, help them with their homework, and put them to bed. So that was a lot of responsibility, and thank you for doing that. I look forward to using the skills that I've learned with BCSO in my new supervisor position, and even more, I really look forward to mentoring the younger generation of supervisors that are coming up in this department. So, thank you.
Next, I'd like to ask Andrew Griego to come up here. He's being promoted today to lieutenant. Andrew started in 2002 with class number 20. His duty assignments include the Field Services Division, again that's our patrol, Administrative Division. He worked in our Judicial Operations Division, which is extraditions, picking up prisoners from one facility, bringing them to court, even out of state. Criminal Investigations Division. He was on our Repeat Offender Program, which is our ROPE team. It's Fugitive Apprehension and Surveillance team. That's our FAST unit. He worked on both of those as a detective. As a sergeant, he worked Field Services in the South Area Command. He was also the GRIP sergeant, Criminal investigations, he was the supervisor of CSI, which is our crime scene unit, GHOST, which has to do with human trafficking and missing children, RCFL, which is computer forensics, and our white collar crimes unit. In headquarters, he was a supervisor of the U.S. Marshals Task Force, DEA, ATF, and the task force officers assigned to those divisions. He also worked as an investigator in our internal affairs unit. Some of the specialties that he's had throughout his career is drill instructor for class 33 and 34, ERT, and GRIP. And again, another bio with nothing in awards and accommodations, but I assure you his file is stacked with those. I'll say this about Andrew, and I've got to work with him over the last few years. He is the epitome of a servant leader. He's quiet, he's not boastful, he's not at the front with the rah-rah type supervision, but I'll tell you what, if you want somebody that's going to support you, if you want somebody that has your back, if you want somebody that's loyal to the cause of this department, loyal to his troops, Andrew's the guy that you want to work with. So that says a lot about who he is as a man and who he is as a leader. Today in attendance is his wife, Antoinette Griego, and she will be pinning on his badge. So Andrew, if you want to come here.
You need your reading glasses. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you for those kind words, Under Sheriff. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God. He's continued to bless me throughout my life. First with this career, my wife, she's been with me for over 30 plus years. We started out pretty young together. My dad's here today. I didn't put him or my daughter or Jordan on the form that we were to fill out, but they've been a huge part of my life as well. We have our grandson, new addition to our family, so we're extremely excited for him. I'd like to thank everybody that I've worked with, the command staff, Sheriff, you for the opportunity that you've given me. Everybody I've worked with at some point in my career throughout the room here. This is huge for me, so I'm very appreciative and thankful. I'd like to thank the deputies I've worked with in the past. There's so many to name that it would take quite a while. I'd probably forget a few people out, but the deputies that are still here with us now and that have retired in the past, I've learned so much from each and every one of you, just by the leadership and the examples that you guys set forth for us every day. And I look forward to being a role model for our younger deputies. And of course, I can't go without thanking the deputies who serve our community every day. They're the backbone of our department, and to still do this job every day, it says a lot about their character and the willingness to go out there and fight crime. Our city definitely needs it. So thank you again. I appreciate it, and God bless.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to ask Justin Kimbrough to join us up here. Today, Justin will be promoted to the rank of captain. Justin started in October of 2006. He didn't give me a whole lot to work with on his sheet. He wrote about 3 things, but he's been the guy that throughout my career, and I came on before him by a couple years, but he's been hungry to serve the people and hungry to work. I recall couple specific cases when I was a supervisor, and they were narcotics cases. And I was what I thought was a pretty good narcotics detective in my time. And the amount of work that he and Captain Huffmeyer, at the time they were both detectives, the amount of work that they did put me to shame. I never told them that. I told them it was lackluster work and that they need to get on it. But they were outstanding at their work. The one thing that I'll say about Justin, and the sheriff alluded to this, and the sheriff, is exactly right. I've never called Justin nighttime, daytime, where he's not willing to help out. I've called him probably, this is no exaggeration, probably 6 times this week alone, saying, Justin, I have this, I need this handled, I have this, I need this handled, I have this, I get this handled. And his team's back there on the wall. You can tell the people that work here, they all stand in the back so nobody sees them. But they are an extraordinary team, and it's in no small part to Justin's leadership and who he is. He leads them. He's out in front. He doesn't ask anybody to do what he's not willing to do. He's a person that is always on the front lines. He's charging full speed ahead, and I've so much enjoyed working for him. He's going to be such an asset as a commander in the South Area Command because of the relationships he's created, because of his work ethic and all of those things. He was hired in 2006. He's worked in field services. He's worked in criminal investigations division. He's worked in ERT, DWI, traffic, narcotics, gangs, the Animal Cruelty Task Force, property crimes, auto theft, Ghost, FAST, U.S. Marshals, CAT, MCAT, and GRIP, and I'm sure we missed a few other ones. Looking at his file, he was Deputy of the Quarter in 2018, Crime Stoppers Hero of the Year in 2018, Deputy of the Quarter in 2020. And just to give you an example, and this is his file of letters of commendation that he's received throughout his career. Now, of course, just like the rest of them, they don't list them because they're not prideful people, but I read some of them. And the top one is from a lady that lives in the South Valley that was looking for assistance, and Justin and his team went out and served her. The next one is from a person that they helped in the North Valley. And then the next one is a civilian that needed help with a project, and Justin and his team helped. It's just letter after letter of his service to the community. And that's one of the reasons why Justin will do such a great job as a commander, is because he's willing to serve. Nothing's too big for him. He's never, ever told me, no, we can't do that. Never. And I task him with a lot, and I know other people do as well. So, Justin, I'm super proud of you. I'm proud that I had a little bit of influence on you, and I'm super proud of you. His wife, Monica Kimbrough, and his 2 kids, Ryan and Avery Kimbrough, are here, and his wife will be pinning on his badge. So, Justin, we're here.
I'll try to say some of the cookie cutter cliche things so that I don't get emotional, and then as I say the heartfelt things, I'll probably get emotional and call it good. But before I get started, Andrew Griego, welcome to the Community Enforcement Section. Covington will be giving you a call this week about 6 additional times, so just be ready for those. No, I'm just kidding. I look forward to the phone calls still. Hopefully, I can still have a part in the unit that I just came from, and have a part in the community, and have a part in trying to serve everybody from the community, and serve the guys that I've been fortunate enough to work alongside. So I think my mom, my dad, my grandma, hopefully you guys are able to watch on Facebook Live, but thank you guys for everything. My kids, Avery, Ryan, JB, thank you guys for coming. My kids put up with a lot, for sure. All right, let me go back to the cookie cutter stuff. I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I think these guys said it. Being on call, hey, we got football practice, hey, so-and-so has swim, hey, so-and-so has gymnastics, hey, we got to get here. And we've always had a plan, right? The plan is, babe, you got to take care of all of it because I might be working. So I do look forward to the days where I'm not signing up for overtime or working the overtime or being out there, and I can kind of pick and choose and say, hey, I'm going to go out tonight, or hey, I'm not going to go out tonight. So I am very grateful for that.
Now you get to work as much overtime as you want.
Correct. I can work all the overtime in the world, yes. So me and my wife started dating in September of 2006, and I got hired on the department in October of 2006. So I don't know any better. Ever since I started with this department, I've been with my wife. She's been the backbone. Let me just look at the rest of you guys. I won't look at my wife. She's amazing. She does it all. My kids, like I said, they have to put up with a bunch. Mom's got to run them around, take off early. And all while I've been working a ton of hours and trying to climb the ladder here at the Sheriff's Department, she's done the same thing with her job. So she's climbed the ladder right along with me, and we've figured out a way to make sure that our kids are loved and taken care of. And thank you. I have a lot of mentors in this department as well. I think Drew said it. Whether it's been people that I've worked for or people that I've been fortunate enough to supervise. And as I sat here and I was thinking, okay, let me try to think of something to say. I was looking at all the bodies that were standing here, and I think most of my mentors are the people that I tried to guide my career after or take something positive from or learn something from are all standing up here wearing black jackets. So I thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys. Whether you've been my supervisor or my partner or my drill instructor, or actually every single one of you have been my supervisor. So that covers that. So, but Sheriff, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm very blessed, very humbled. I look forward to serving the South Valley and seeing if we can make some progress and continue to answer the phone calls and see how I can help out.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You want to close this out?
Yeah, I just want to, again, I want to thank all the people that came today and shared this celebration with us. It just goes to tell you how heartfelt these celebrations are. And again, I can't thank these gentlemen. They've all worked hard. I can still remember when these guys I was looking at them, I knew they would become supervisors. Some of them took a little bit longer, but you know what? When they get here, they're going to do an outstanding job, just like the rest of our staff. Our staff is committed to serving the people. That's our culture. We just want to grow that out. I can't thank the families for making all the sacrifices you make on a daily basis. It goes to show, just based on what all of you said, that that's what it takes for us to do our jobs, and we can't thank you enough. So have a great day, and I think the undersheriff, I'll turn it over to him as far as the refreshments go, right?
Right. So thank you all for coming. There are refreshments here, so please help yourself. For those on Facebook Live, grab something out of the fridge and celebrate with us. And we do appreciate you, families and friends. Thank you so much. We hope you have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.